My man said have clocks going back. Oh man, that's funny, man. Nah, let me tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened, man. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. This is real story. This is real spill, man. This ain't even. This isn't even like
three with one woman.
This isn't even like my dog ate my homework. This real. This is real spill, man. This isn't even my dog ate my homework. This is real spill, man. This ain't even my dog ate my homework, man. Let me tell y'all what really happened, man. So I had to pick my daughter up at 12. I got to pick my daughter up at 12. So, of course, I forgot. And then I got the call. I Yeah. Damn, damn, I thought I unmuted it. Shit. Yeah, I gotta pick my daughter up at 12, right? Damn. I thought I unmuted it. That's crazy. I thought I just unmuted it and it muted it. Damn. Anyway, I I was supposed to pick my daughter up at 12. I mean at 1. Yeah, 12. And at 12:45 my wife called me because they called her at work. And I was like, oh shit. So I had to race out of here and go get my daughter from school. Late as a mother. Late as a mug too, man. So now I gotta hear that from her mom when she get home. But yeah, I had to run up. I left my daughter at school, man. Forgot about her, man. I was making videos earlier today, man. I was on a roll making videos, man, from other channel. I completely lost track of time, man. I got some sleep last night. This last night was, I slept good last night. I'm energized, man. I woke up energized and working and completely forgot to pick my daughter up from school. Mm. There's no sound. How is there no sound? There's no sound. Y'all can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me? Oh no, I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Okay. Y'all can't hear me? Oh no, I can hear myself. Did y'all hear what I said? What's the last thing y'all heard? Did y'all hear what I said? Did you hear my story about why I was late? Did y'all hear my story about why I was late? Did y'all hear my story about why I was late? Did you hear my story about why I was late? Oh, it said yes, they trolling me. Okay. Yeah, man. About to say, man. It had me tripping, man. It had me tripping, man. I was like, what the fuck? Now the school called my wife, man. School called my wife, man. They called my wife. And she called me. Had to get up out of there. Had to sprint up out of here, man. Yeah, leave, man. Oh man. Yeah, he said you was too well rested and you forgot your seat. Yeah, that's the story. There you go. You got it, man. I was too well rested and I forgot my seed, man. Jeez. Yeah, man. That's what happened, man. That's exactly what happened, man. Whew. Since you've been gone, all that's left is a band of gold. My man Reese in the building. Shout out to Reese. Congratulations on that Super Bowl, man. Uh, Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We gonna get into it, man. It's a lot going on. A lot going on out here. A lot going on. A lot going on. I can hear myself. All right. Let me let me uh let me get it warmed up, man. Warm it up. So much going. There's so much going on, man. There's so much going on, Jack. We're gonna warm it up with this one, man. Yeah, man. Daytime, man. Prime time, man. Uh,
A Colorado boy only 14 years old when he shoots and kills a mother after a minor fender bender.
damn. Damn, that little fucking mulatto, man. God damn, you little fucking mulatto terrorist, man. Mulatto, man. Killed that fine ass woman, man. With all them damn filters, man. Killed that fine ass woman with all them filters, man.
A Colorado boy only 14 years old when he shoots and kills a Colorado boy only 14 years old, when he shoots and kills a mother after a minor fender bender.
Ma'am, I'm gonna cut your seatbelt, okay? I'm Officer Lipper with the Denver Police Department, okay?
Just hours after shooting her in cold blood, he cries to his own mother at the police station.
Look at his mama, man. Y'all don't do no better job raising these goddamn mulattoes than black women do, man. Press one, man. Press one. They don't do no better job. They don't do no better job than these goddamn sisters, man, as raising these motherfuckers, these black kids, because he black. They gonna call him black, even though this nigga ain't black. This nigga, he biracial, man. We both in on this, man. Tired of this shit, man. Trying to throw everything on us. This motherfucker's biracial. We both complicit.
A Colorado boy only 14 years old when he shoots and kills a mother after a minor fender bender.
Ma'am, I'm gonna cut your seatbelt, okay? I'm Officer Lipper with the Denver Police Department, okay?
Just hours after shooting her in cold blood, he cries to his own mother at the police station.
I'm sorry, Mom. No.
Today's case takes us to Denver, Colorado, where on February 20th, 2021, 32-year-old Pamela Cabriales was on her way home from dinner with a friend. According to local TV station KUSA, Pamela's family says she was extremely giving, passionate, and loving. They describe her as a social butterfly who was always there if you needed her. Pamela worked as a real estate agent, and she was also a mother to her 6-year-old son, Leo.
Está champagne, no?
This part.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it.
In pictures and in videos, Pamela seems
Why they
happy
showing her
and full
drinking?
of life. But all of that
They showing her drinking as if that's kind of like trying to like say, well, maybe she might have been drunk that night. Trying to like make an excuse for why the boy killed her and shit after the fender bender. Y'all think y'all slick, man. Y'all ain't slick. This the only footage y'all got of that woman? Somebody pouring her a drink? Come on, man.
Pamela worked as a real estate agent, and she was also a mother to her 6-year-old son, Leo.
Está champagne, no?
This part does.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it.
In pictures and in videos, Pamela seems happy and full of life. But all of that changed 4 years ago this month. Pamela was behind the wheel of her Range Rover, driving along Interstate 25 that goes right through Denver. When she stopped at a red light at an intersection of I-25 and Colfax, shots rang out. We now know the person shooting was then 14-year-old Remy Cordova. Cordova was in the passenger seat of another car that was driven by this guy named Nishan Johnson. Cordova had thought that the car
Hold on, who the fuck are these people? Is that same kid? Hold on. Oh, that's him. So now he done grown up, man. This happened 4 years ago. I guess they just adjudicating the case now. Wow. That little demon.
Cordova had thought that the car had been tapped by of I-25 and Cole. Pamela seems happy and full of life, but all of that changed 4 years ago this month. Pamela was behind the wheel of her Range Rover, driving along Interstate 25 that goes right through Denver. When she stopped at a red light at an intersection of I-25 and Colfax, shots rang out. We now know the person shooting was then 14-year-old Remy Cordova. Cordova was in the passenger seat of another car that was driven by this guy named Nishan Johnson. Cordova had thought that the car had been tapped by Pamela's in a small fender bender. And according to court docs, he said, quote, "Can I bust on them?" Johnson then replied, Do what you gotta do. That's on you.
Nah, it's on both of y'all, you asshole. It ain't just on him, you jackass. It's on both of y'all. Don't do what you gotta do. It's on you. No, it's on you too, nigga. You fucking son turd. Press one, man. It's on you too. Both of y'all going to jail. Do what you gotta do, man. It's on you. While you driving. This the driver. The little mulatto was in the passenger seat. These motherfuckers is ruthless. We posted de-escalate. Make sure y'all support the channel. Who gonna sponsor today's show, man? I'm giving it to you live and direct at the daytime. Daytime. Who's gonna support the daytime show? Who's gonna sponsor the daytime show? We shouldn't even have to ask for this, but who's gonna sponsor the daytime show, man? Here we go. We supposed to de-escalate with these motherfuckers all the time. But look what happened when a woman taps their car. And they say allegedly, because she may not have. But let's just say the woman accidentally tapped their car. We supposed to de-escalate with these dudes. We supposed to de-escalate with these little fucking gremlins. All fucking mammies and fucking black women talk about, you de-escalate. Why you ain't de-escalate? You ain't de-escalate. Y'all need better training. Y'all don't never de-escalate. If that had been a white person, y'all de-escalate. Let's see how they how they respond to other people when somebody does something to them. Minor.
This month, Pamela was behind the wheel of her Range Rover, driving along Interstate 25 that goes right through Denver. When she stopped at a red light at an intersection of I-25 and Colfax, shots rang out. We now know the person shooting was then 14-year-old Remy Cordova. Cordova was in the passenger seat of another car that was driven by this guy named Nishan Johnson. Cordova had thought that the car had been tapped by Pamela's in a small fender bender. And according to court docs, he said, quote, "Can I bust on them?" Johnson then replied, "Do what you gotta do. That's on you." According to KUSA, Cordova got out of the car with an AR-15 and fired 15 to 20 shots into Pamela's Range Rover.
Why y'all don't be de-escalating with our kids? Why y'all don't be de-escalating with little blackie kids? Listen to what this fucking mulatto bitch did, man.
Johnson then replied, "Do what you gotta do. That's on you." According to KUSA, Cordova got out of the car with an AR-15 and fired 15 to 20 shots into Pamela's Range Rover. Witnesses on the scene say at first they didn't even know what was happening.
Then I heard pop, 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 pop. And at first it didn't register what was happening until the cars in the 2 lanes next to me started.
So he did this in traffic. This little fucking mulatto sun glider, he did this shit in traffic. He did that shit in traffic. Hopped out with an AR and sprayed this woman's car. And I think we're going to find out that she didn't hit their car, but they thought she did. Because they said earlier in the video, they said he thought they tapped their car. He hopped out in traffic with an AR-15 and sprayed her car. Black and indigenous people of color. That's the joint, man. That's the jam right there, man. Black and indigenous people of color. Shout out to Roger Wood, man. Salute to Spencer Vaughn, man. Yeah, man. Sponsor the show. Sponsor the daytime show. For those of you late, man, I feel bad because this story is insane, man.
At first, it didn't register what was happening until the cars in the two lanes next to me started going. And then I realized I said, oh, shit, something's happening. And I ducked down and several more happened. And I pulled next to the car, barely got a glance. It looked as though the window was either rolled down or shot out, but I believe that the window was out. I didn't look at the windshield or see inside the vehicle. And then the car that was in front of them sped off. I went behind them, but pretty far back because they went pretty quickly and got off on Federal. So they went straight and I got off on Federal, and I didn't obviously see what occurred because the car was obstructing my view. So I didn't know at the time if the shots came from the car in front or inside the vehicle. But that's what I saw.
That's Jaden Aarons, who was driving home from an appointment at the time of the shooting.
You said you heard multiple pops. You went pop, pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop. How many of those do you think you heard the first time?
I'm
in your
gonna
estimation?
call it 5 to 7, perhaps.
Okay, and then you said you ducked down and heard several more pops. How many more do you think you heard?
Perhaps 3.
Okay.
And the break in between the two was a second or two.
Okay.
That it paused.
Sure.
It wasn't very long.
And you never saw anybody get in or out of any vehicles?
No.
Okay.
I, in my mind, thought it was fireworks or something.
Sure.
And just wasn't paying attention.
When you go around the car you're in front of, why do you go around the car?
Because the other 2 cars did it, and I felt like I was in danger, and I heard the shots coming, and I was ducking down, and I thought maybe they were going to hit me. I was scared to go that way because, again, I didn't know if they were coming from that vehicle, but I couldn't go any other way, so.
This may seem like a really dumb question. If you can articulate it more, why did you feel you were in danger? Tell me more about that.
Because I recognized the sound of gunshots, and I thought perhaps one was going to hit me.
Were you scared?
Not really until after, because it didn't really register. It was definitely like weird. So I was like, my awareness was heightened, but it still didn't register.
Tell me more about why you ducked.
Because I thought I was going to get shot.
Okay.
All right, I know you're multitasking when you're watching our videos. And if you're out running errands, listen up. I have to tell you about this free app called Up.
He had his hoodie on, and he turned to face towards north, and all I see is the side of his forehead. So literally right here.
Okay.
And then that's when I noticed that he lifted up his arm, and his arm was being covered by the top of the car. And I'm in a Ford Edge, so I say it's a pretty big car. He was about like 5'6", 5'7", and that's when I noticed that he had a gun. So my first instinct when I heard it was to get down just in case if they started shooting towards me. I did not physically see the weapon.
Okay.
I seen the light from when you shoot the gun, and you have the light and the sound.
Okay.
So that's what I heard. I heard the toof, toof.
So the light, like the muzzle flash, we call it. It's like the fire, like when you
fire
fireworks,
yeah.
or you fire a gun and
Yeah.
and it comes out. Those gases escape. And
Uh-huh.
what color was that you saw?
When I
That car.
Well, cause when you started shooting, I noticed that the light from when you shot it was going backwards.
Okay.
So I was like, all right. So that I ducked down, and that's when I lifted up my head just to take a peek, and that's when I seen his arm behind, on the side of the car facing backwards.
Okay.
After the shooting, Cordova and Johnson sped off in their car as first responders rushed to the scene.
Ma'am, I'm gonna cut your seatbelt, okay? I'm Officer Lipper with the Denver Police Department, okay?
Here's the scene from another perspective.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep some pressure on him, okay? Yeah. Hey, she took quite a few, about 4 or 5 rounds to the face.
How many? Is she the only victim?
She's the only victim.
She took 4 or 5 rounds to the face. For those of you just joining us, man, I'm just gonna play the first minute so you can catch up, man, so you can know what's going on.
A Colorado boy only 14 years old when he shoots and kills a mother after a minor fender bender.
Ma'am, I'm gonna cut your seatbelt, okay? I'm Officer Lipper with the Denver Police Department, okay?
Just hours after shooting her in cold blood, he cries to his own mother at the police station.
I'm sorry, Mom. Stop.
Today's case takes us to Denver, Colorado, where on February 20th, 2021, 32-year-old Pamela Cabriales was on her way home from dinner with a friend. According to local TV station KUSA, Pamela's family says she was extremely giving, passionate, and loving. They describe her as a social butterfly who was always there if you needed her. Pamela worked as a real estate agent, and she was also a mother to her 6-year-old son, Leo.
Busca champagne, no?
This part does.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy.
In pictures and in videos, Pamela seems happy and full of life. But all of that changed 4 years ago this month. Pamela was behind the wheel of her Range Rover, driving along Interstate 25 that goes right through Denver. When she stopped at a red light at an intersection of I-25 and Colfax, shots rang out. We now know the person shooting was then 14-year-old Remy Cordova. Cordova was in the passenger seat of another car that was driven by this guy named Nishan Johnson. Cordova had thought that the car had been tapped by Pamela's in a small fender bender. And according to court docs, he said, quote, "Can I bust on them?" Johnson then replied, "Do what you gotta do. That's on you." According to KUSA, Cordova got out of the car with an AR-15 and fired 15 to 20 shots into Pamela's Range Rover. Witnesses on the scene say at first they didn't even know what was happening.
Then I heard pop, 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 pop. And at first it didn't register what was happening.
You got 1 foot in this hole right now, Nishan. Okay?
Investigators spoke with Johnson for more than 5 hours on multiple occasions, and honestly, they didn't get very much, but they got even less info from Remy Cordova.
I'm going to advise you of your rights, and then I'm going to leave the room, and you two need to talk about whether or not you want to talk about this investigation or not. Okay? You okay, ma'am?
I'm sorry, Mom. Stop.
The woman next to Cordova in this video is his mom, because remember, he's only 14 years old at the time. As a detective walks back in, you can hear Cordova apologize to his mother.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's still February 21st, 2021. According to that clock, it's now 10:05 p.m. And I've given you and your mom opportunity to talk about this investigation. Let me ask you, did you understand the rights as they have been explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Do you have any conflict with your mom that would prevent her from providing you with guidance and advice about your rights? No? With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to us about this investigation?
No, sir.
No?
No.
But even though Cordova didn't talk, investigators already knew a bit about him because he had a juvenile criminal record and was on police's radar as a gang member. Prosecutors later said that Cordova's motivation in Pamela's murder was to rise up the ranks in this gang world. Cordova's case eventually moved from juvenile court to district court because of the severity of the crime. He was charged as an adult with first-degree murder and first-degree attempted murder. That second charge was added because another driver had been in the line of fire when Cordova had fired the shots. Now, that person was not injured, so the charge became attempted murder. In November of last year, Cordova was found guilty. He's since been sentenced to life in prison with a possibility of parole in 40 years.
Life in prison. So he going to possibility of parole. Innocence Project might try to get him in a little. Innocence Project may try to help him out in a little bit. Innocence. Now that little fucker. I mean, if you're out here spraying women's cars with AR-15s over a fender bender that didn't even probably happen, you need to go the fuck away, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I get it. Men's cars, but usually men, we don't resort to gun violence on women strangers. Men don't shoot women strangers over disputes most time. They'll cuss them out or slap them or something like that. Men don't immediately pull out the AK on a woman. You're a bad motherfucker if you do that. If you get into something with a woman and she's a stranger and you immediately pull out the AK and spray her in traffic, that's not normal, man. It's not the same. I get it, manosphere and all that bullshit, but it ain't the same thing. It ain't the same thing, man. It ain't the same. There's differences. I don't know if you've been around or whatever. It's differences. Niggas don't do that. Men don't really do that. Men don't really do that. They might do that to a man stranger. They might instantly pull out the K and spray a man, but they not going to usually spray a woman. They just going to be like, bitch, fuck you, some shit like that. Bitch, I'll slap the shit out you or throw something at her or something like that. Man, I is going to instantly pull out the K and just empty the clip in her fucking car. Like instantly. Like the second it happened. Like, what? Like, nah, news ain't. This a bad guy, man. It's a bad seed, man. It's a bad seed, man. Shout out to Andy Armour, man. Shout out to Andy Armour, man.
A possibility of parole in 40 years. Nishan Johnson has also been convicted for his involvement in the case. In June 2023, he was sentenced to 35 years in prison. As for Pamela,
he got 35 years. Let me show you what that little fucking ton-turd got 35 years for.
That goes right through Denver. When she stopped at a red light at an intersection of I-25 and Colfax, shots rang out. We now know the person shooting was then 14-year-old Remy Cordova. Cordova was in the passenger seat of another car that was driven by this guy named Nishan Johnson.
This dude got 35 years for this. Listen.
Cordova had thought that the car had been tapped by Pamela's in a small fender bender. And according to court docs, he said, quote, "Can I bust on them?" Johnson then replied, "Do what you gotta do. That's on you." According to K,
this dude got fucking 35 years for saying, "Do what you gotta do. That's on you." He got 35 years for saying, "Do what you gotta do. That's on you." He said, "Do what you got to do. That's on you."
Interstate 25 that goes right through was then 14-year-old Remy Cordova. Cordova was in the passenger seat of another car that was driven by this guy named.
That son turd said, "Do what you got to do. That's on you." And as we can see, it wasn't on him, it was on both of them. Shout out to my man Andy Armour, man, taking the $7 challenge, man. Sponsor the show, man. Please sponsor the show, guys. Salute to my man Barry B, man. Shout out to Barry B. Barry B coming through every single day, man. Shout out to Barry B, man. Barry B in the building. Do what you gotta do, that's on you. 35 years.
To the brutal and tragic death of a transgender man in upstate New York. Police say that 24-year-old Sam Nordquist was tortured for weeks before his remains were ultimately discovered in a field. Nordquist had been reported missing by his family. 5 people are now charged with his murder. Here's ABC's Ike Ajachi.
Tonight, 5 people have been arrested and charged in connection with the disappearance and brutal murder of a 24-year-old transgender
man, or as we used to call him 5 years ago, a dyke. Press 1. A fucking dyke, man. Come on, man. A butch dyke.
5 people have been arrested and charged in connection with the disappearance and brutal murder of a 24-year-old transgender man from Minnesota, a crime police are calling beyond depraved.
This is one of the most horrific crimes I have ever investigated.
Police say Sam Nordquist arrived in the Finger Lakes region of New York State in September, staying at a motel with 38-year-old Precious Arzuaga and others. On February 9th, New York State Police launching a missing persons investigation for Nordquist following a welfare check request from family. On February 13th, police executing a search warrant at Arzuaga's motel room, later finding human remains believed to be those of Nordquist 15 miles away in a field in Yates County. Investigators finding evidence suggesting Nordquist was tortured and sexually assaulted for months.
Sam was subjected to repeated acts of violence and torture in a manner that ultimately led to his death.
Police arresting and charging Arzuaga, as well as 30-year-old Jennifer Quijano, 33-year-old Kyle Sage, 30-year-old Patrick Goodwin, and 19-year-old Emily Mataika with second-degree murder. Tonight, Sam's family heartbroken.
I don't understand why someone would do that to another person. Sam was amazing and would give the shirt off his back to anyone.
Lindsay, investigators are still working to understand the relationship between the 5 suspects and Nordquist. And prosecutors, they've yet to rule out classifying the murder as a hate crime. Lindsay?
All right, Ike, thank you.
Well-known Akron bounty hunter finally home from the hospital 4 months after he was shot on the job. 19 investigator Kelly Kennedy has been following the story from the beginning. She sat down with the bail bondsman for an interview that you'll see on just one station.
38-year-old Franklin Frazier has been a bail bondsman for the past 15 years, and he knows his job is dangerous.
It was dark outside, probably around 9 o'clock or so, and we were supposedly having to grab someone, a person that had a felony warrant, and he was on top on the porch. And he shot down and shot me in my chest. I remember just grabbing my chest, trying to keep pressure on it.
Do you remember what was going through your head in those moments when he started shooting?
I thought about a million things. I thought about my daughter. I thought about my life flashed in front of me.
You may know Frazier by his TV name, Bounty Tank. He has his own streaming TV show and a huge following. 2, 3. And he's no rookie. He takes precautions. He was even wearing a bulletproof vest.
I was shot one time, just 2 centimeters from my heart. If he had been lower, it would have hit the vest. But the way he shot down, it was able to get into my, through the vest.
Now, some might consider that bad luck, but not Frazier.
It's a miracle. They didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you, God, for giving me a second chance.
The Cleveland native has only been out of the hospital a week. He's already undergone 5 surgeries, with another one coming up this summer, where he'll have to have one of his kidneys removed.
And you're already walking. The doctors didn't even think you'd be walking yet, right?
Right, I'm walking right now. Hopefully next month I can jog.
Authorities say 18-year-old Amos Coleman is the person who shot Frazier, But in a stunning turn of events, prosecutors decided not to charge him for it, ruling the shooting was self-defense.
I mean, the law.
Hey, man, listen. You popped around the corner. He ain't know who the hell you was. In a way, though, I can understand that. In a lot of these woke cities, they looking for any reason to get these guys off. And in this one, this is actually legitimate. You're not like if I just was sitting on my porch and somebody bent the corner and they had a gun in their hand, I would think they was, and they weren't yelling police, police, police. Oh man, I would be scared too.
I mean, the law is the law. I'm just thankful to be alive.
But the 18-year-old was charged with a felony for having a gun because he had previously been found guilty of felonious assault in juvenile court.
Do you think eventually you'll get back out there? Do you think you'll continue down this career path?
It's easy for me to say no now because in the state I am in, when I'm feeling great, and things might change. So I don't think I'll leave the business.
But at the end of the day, Frazier tells me he's grateful.
This situation has definitely bring me closer with my family, my mom, my daughter. So I thank God for that. Even though we had to go through this, it helped mend a lot of relationships.
The prosecutor's office tells me if new evidence comes to light, the 18-year-old could still be charged in this shooting. He'll be back in court on the gun charge on February 26th. Reporting in Akron, I'm Kelly Kennedy, 19 News.
As that happens, a 19-year-old Indianapolis woman is charged with murder after a deadly shooting on Indy's Near East Side. Fox 59's Jesse Wells explains what police believe led to that killing and why additional suspects may also face charges.
According to court records, the 19-year-old suspect came to this house behind me under the false pretense of wanting to get a tattoo done by the victim. Instead, a robbery and shooting took place, and police do not think the suspect acted alone. Wanting the wings, police say that text message requesting a tattoo design led to a fatal botched robbery in October 2024 at a home-based tattoo business on Oxford Street. Witnesses heard 38-year-old David Young yell, "I don't have anything," before he was shot 4 times. Police say phone records and text messages allowed 19-year-old Zion Johnson to be charged with taking part in that robbery and murder.
Just highlights the hard work and effort of our detectives working so hard for a period of time and ensuring that we hold those accountable that commit these violent acts within our community, right, and removing them from within our community.
According to court records, Johnson admitted she arranged the tattoo appointment and went to the victim's home with another male suspect, but insisted she was unarmed, and the second suspect is the one who actually did the shooting. Still, Indiana law allows Johnson to be charged with felony murder for allegedly taking part in the robbery that led to the death. So far, Johnson is the only person charged with the murder, but the death remains an ongoing investigation. Finally, Johnson is set to make her initial court hearing on Friday. In the meantime, she's being held without bond pending trial. Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.
Jesse, thank you. Now for
we gonna get into it, man. Don't worry, man. We gonna get into it, man. Indianapolis police say Mary Sims, 77, allowed Zakai Dawson, a homeless 18-year-old, to stay in her house rent-free. Shout out to Mayo Monkey, man. He said, keeping it real. Mayo in the building, man. Shout out to you, man. You say strays are usually strays for a reason. That's a good piece of advice. I think I might have to use that, man. That's a good one. That's a good one. Strays are usually strays for a reason. That's a good one. Indianapolis police say Mary Sims, 77, allows Zakai Dawson, a homeless 18-year-old. Yeah, if you 18-year-old and homeless, man, think about it. If you homeless at 18, that's the age where grandma take you in, auntie will take you in. All these programs for these niggas to take you in. Yeah, you homeless at 18, man. Yeah, you something wrong. Indianapolis police say Mary Sims, a 77 years old, allowed Zakai Dawson, a homeless 18-year-old, to stay in her house rent-free. After police were called to the house over a disturbance, she told him he had to leave. You told him he had to what? You told him he had to what? I know she ain't tell him he had to leave. I know she didn't do that. So I'm not even going to entertain this. I know she didn't tell this guy he had to leave. So we're just going to move on. I know she didn't say that. He allegedly murdered her hours later. Well, that's believable. Her granddaughter told police Dawson was a friend of the family. Nashville, Tennessee. Irene Torres found dead, stuffed in a plastic bin in her ex-boyfriend's closet. Dwayne Harrell, a pro lightweight fighter, ambushed Torres outside of her home where he stabbed her to death. He then took her body to his apartment. Harrell was charged with criminal homicide. Okay. Surveillance footage from the 2023 captures Barnaby Weber, 19, and his friend Grace O'Malley Kumar, 19, just moments before Valdo Calocane fatally stabbed them. On the same day, Calocane also killed 65-year-old Ian Coates. Following his admission of manslaughter due to diminished responsibility, Calocane was given an indefinite hospital order. So he's in a hospital. He's in a mental hospital. So these two gliders were walking down the street, minding their business.
These were the last moments of Barnaby Weber and Grace O'Malley Kumar.
See, this is my thing. This guy right here, he has to have mace, man. You have to at least have mace, man. At least. Man.
These were the last moments of Barnaby Weber and Grace.
Look at his shoulders. I just want to show you this stuff. And this could happen to anybody. Look at his shoulders. Look at how soft muscle his body. And look at the way he walks. The way he walks, you can tell he's a soft body guy. He's not hard body. And if you're walking with your girlfriend and you can't protect her, like I got a bad niece, you know what I'm saying? I keep a blade on me just because I got a bad knee. But this guy right here, you can tell he's not ready for a physical confrontation with a son man out of the blue. Like when this dude rolled up out of the blue and just started attacking them, he probably didn't have a chance in hell. You just keep you a little bit of mace on you, or even if you don't keep mace, keep a blade on you, man, at all times, man. A little blade, something you can get to real quick. And you don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of times a gun isn't going to help you, because you're going to fucking, when that guy jumps up on you, stab you, ambushes you from out of nowhere, a gun, I'm not saying a gun, I'm not saying, a lot of people don't carry guns. That guy don't look like the type to carry a gun. I'm talking for people that don't carry guns, right? A lot of y'all badasses, y'all carry guns everywhere you go, and salute to y'all, man. Salute, man. I'm not saying don't stop or anything, but some people not comfortable carrying guns. Some people aren't gun people. Like I said, all women carry some mace. This motherfucker right here, mace works against him just as much as it works against an elephant. Mace works 100% on these niggas. I'm telling you. Mace has a 100% effectiveness against him. It's 100% effective. Okay? You said this happened in the UK? Well, Nottingham, okay, well, still, like, I think, yes, you still got to be, wherever it happened, wherever it happened, man. Let me get to the main event. Let me drop the link, man. Let me drop the link, man. Man, make sure you guys support the channel, man. Support the channel. Daytime streams, man. It's the second day in a row I done did a daytime stream, man. We rule the night, but we taking a piece out of the day too, man. We taking a piece out of the day. Let me drop this in. Since you've been gone, all that's left is a band of gold. Yeah, man. Damn, they demonetized this stream already. That's crazy. I knew they was going to do that. They always do that. I knew they were going to do that. But this is a. I know as soon as they seen me go live, they was like demonetized. Soon as they seen me go live, these fuckers. Let me show y'all something. This has been demonetized already midstream, right? Let me show y'all something. This is my last 30 lives. I'm going to show you my last 30 live streams. Just my last 30. Of my last 30, All these demonetized. All right, there go one that was monetized. So of my last 30 streams, one has been monetized. Of my last 30 live streams, one has been monetized. Link is in the description, guys. Link is in the description. One has been monetized. We can go further. Let's see the 30 before that. Hey. Ooh. Okay, here we go. That's one. There go two. So of my last 60 live streams, 3 have been monetized. But I'm not gonna keep going. But of my last 60 live streams, 3 have been monetized. YouTube. We need somebody like Elon to buy YouTube, man. Elon, buy YouTube, man. YouTube is too expensive. I know YouTube. YouTube will probably cost $100 billion. YouTube will probably cost $50 billion or something like that to buy YouTube. He said Elon censors too. Okay, fine, man. Elon censors, man. Not the way they do though. Not the way they do. Let me see. Let me get to the main event, man. Let's see.
The family of a man shot and killed while riding an ATV in Winter Garden is now speaking out. The victim was allegedly gunned down by this man who was upset about the noise from that ATM. Fox 35's Matt Trezza spoke with the victim's
ATV, man. Look at him, man. He got a white woman on the back of his goddamn ATV. I was wondering why I ain't hear black women bitching about this. It was like a white man shot a black dude on the ATV, man. You got a white girl on the back, man. You fucked up, man. You ain't getting no BLM support, man. Even though George Floyd had a white girl, Rayshard Brooks had a white girl. They ain't know that until after they had got it activated, though. They didn't really know that until they got activated. You got your white girl on the picture. They fucked your game up, man. They put the white girl on the picture for you. His family ain't getting no GoFundMe money, man. If I was the family, whoever sent the news this picture, man, I'd be like, man, they'd be like, excuse me, do you have a picture that we can use for the news? Who was the dumbass in the family who gave him the picture with the white girl on the back of the ATV? You fucked all the GoFundMe money up.
This is Jakeem Williams and his wife, Sierra Rose, sitting on the
His wife, Sierra Rose.
ATV she says he was riding when he was shot and killed.
Spoke with the victim's family.
This is Jakeem Williams and his wife, Sierra Rose, sitting on the ATV she says he was riding when he was shot and killed. Rose couldn't bring herself to summarize how she was feeling.
She got braids. Is she a mulatto? Hold on, maybe I might have spoke too soon. She might be a mulatto, man.
Brianna Bermudez comforts Rose. Bermudez is the mother of Williams' three.
Nope. Nope, she white. So these is two baby mothers. Okay. These is both his baby mother. Okay. So that's the wife. The wife is white and the baby mother black. Sound about right. Yeah, his GoFundMe all fucked up. You made the white girl a wife and the baby mother black. You made the white girl a wife and you made the black girl a baby mama. You fucked up, man.
His wife, Sierra Rose, sitting on the ATV. She says he was riding when he was shot and killed. Rose couldn't bring herself to summarize how she was feeling. Brianna Bermudez comforts Rose. Bermudez is the mother of Williams' three children, ages 6, 4, and 11 months. Rose also has two children, ages 10 and 11. They say Williams was an amazing father.
Hold on, man. If you confused, press 1, man. If you confused, press 1, man. If you're confused, press 1.
She says he was riding when he was shot and killed. Rose couldn't bring herself to summarize how she was feeling.
Hold on.
Spoke with the victim's family.
This is Jakeem Williams and his wife, Sierra Rose, sitting on the ATV. She says he was riding when he was shot and killed. Rose couldn't bring herself to summarize how she was feeling. Brianna Bermudez comforts Rose. Bermudez is the mother of Williams' three children, ages 6, 4, and 11 months. Rose also has two children, ages 10 and 11. They say Williams was an amazing father to them all.
So he got a wife. This is the wife, the white girl. This is the baby mama, the black girl, right? These the three kids. He got the 11-month-old. So this one is 11-month-old, but he married to her, and he has two other kids that are older. I think I got it.
Rose couldn't bring herself to summarize how she was feeling. Brianna Bermudez comforts Rose. Bermudez is the mother of Williams' three children, ages 6, 4, and 11 months. Rose also has two children, ages 10 and 11. They say Williams was an amazing father to them all.
He was very active. Her two kids are older, and he's been with them for 10 years. Stepped in. Those are his kids, 5 kids. So,
hold on.
Kids are older, and he's been with.
Williams was an amazing father to them all.
He was very active. Her two kids are older, and he's been with them for.
Oh, so she got two kids by another son man. She got two kids. And he's active in her kids' lives. Okay. So he got two stepkids, and this is baby mother. But she got an 11-month-old. So that means she could have got pregnant 20 months ago. She got pregnant 20 months ago. So that gave him enough time to meet somebody new and get married. That's enough time. And she got braids. She culturally appropriate. You lucky your husband just died. Because the sisters, I don't know, man. Sisters don't play with cultural appropriation. They might be like, still, I know you grieving and shit. I know you grieving, but you still need to take them braids out. I get it that you grieving and everything. But when you get yourself together, I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to get yourself together. You take them braids out. She got braids in this one too. God damn. You just all the way culturally appropriate, man. So, you just a big cultural appropriator, man. Shit.
To them all.
He was a very active. Her two kids are older, and he's been with them for 10 years. Stepped in. Those are his kids, 5 kids. So he loved his kids, and that's all that man cared about. That's what he did day in and day out. My kids.
Winter Garden police say this man, Ralph Hensel, shot Williams as Williams was driving by on his ATV. An Orange County judge denied Hensel bond on first-degree murder charges. When officers got to the Bay Point Apartments on Horizon Street, they say witnesses were performing CPR on Williams, but officers say he was already dead. Rose and Bermuda
Hold on. So she got a big butt. She got a nice. I mean, it's okay. It's a big butt for a white girl though. That's a big butt for a white girl. But that's what drew him in, man. She got a big butt for a white girl, man. White girl. What they call him, a pog? Is she a pog, man? She a pog, man. And she got a good job.
Horizon Street, they say witnesses were performing CPR on Williams, but officers say he was already dead. Rose and Bermuda say Williams was never the kind to seek out trouble.
He was funny. He was humble. So non-confrontational. He did not like.
Look, she can't fight the glider. She got the glider. Yo, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that my grandfather was black. Nah, you got the glider. You look at the prognathism here and look at the everybody from Rock Nation know what the deal is, man. The big forehead, the prefrontal cortex. Look at the prefrontal cortex and the receding jaw and the big nose coming out through the eyes. The lack of the prefrontal cortex, the protruding prognathic jaw. These people are not the same race, man. Press 1. Rachel Dolezal. Rachel Dolezal, man. Rachel Dolezal, man. Damn. See, only y'all know this here at Ock Nation, man. Only y'all know that, man. Them other channels, they would be saying that she was black and shit. Because she got braids, man. Y'all lucky here, man. We do history and what's that shit? We do goddamn, I don't even know what it's called, but entomology or whatever, bone study, ethnology, man. That's a white girl, man. Anthropology. Okay. Yeah, shout out anthropology, man. Anthropology. Well. He said, keeping it real will get you demonetized. Well, take the $7 challenge, man. How about that? Take the $7 challenge. We not worried about demonetized, man. We ain't worried about being demonetized, man. It just is a fact. It is what it is, man. It just is what it is, man. I've been going through this for 7, 8 years, man. It's my 8th year, man, on YouTube, man. It's my 8th year. If not, yeah, maybe my 8th or 9th year. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, this is my 9th year on YouTube, man. This is my 9th year on YouTube, man. I've been going through this for 9 years, man. Take the $7 challenge, man. We know what time it is, man. But yeah, that's a white woman. That is a white woman. And that's a sister.
He was funny. He was humble. So non-confrontational. He did not like to argue.
Police say Hensel was lying in wait for Williams Thursday afternoon. They say the neighborhood ATV riders angered Hensel, and he'd previously told police that if officers didn't stop them, he'd take matters into his own hands. Rose and
the neighborhood ATV riders angered Hensel, and he previously told them. He previously told the cops if they didn't take care of it, he would. The neighborhood ATV riders angered Hensel. Mr. Hensel here. He told the cops, man, hey, man, y'all better handle these sun turds, man. You better get them. And I think the cops did the right thing. Cops said, shit, we got somebody that's willing to take out our garbage. Let them do it. Because here's the thing, I'd rather lose this guy than one of our valuable boys in blue, man. I'd rather lose this guy, man. Because I can't call this guy when I'm in trouble, but I can call the boys in blue when I'm in trouble. So I'm glad this guy took care of it rather than one of our valuable policemen, man. Sorry, Mr. Hensel, but hey, it is what it is. He said, man, you better get these sun turds before I do.
police say Hensel was lying in wait for Williams Thursday afternoon. They say the neighborhood ATV riders angered Hensel, and he'd previously told police that if officers didn't stop them, he'd take matters into his own hands. Rose and Bermudez say they want justice in this case, but it won't bring Williams back.
There's nothing that the justice system can do to him that is going to make me hurt any less, make this any easier for my kids. Like,
it's not going to change anything.
It's not going to change anything.
Winter Garden police say this is still an active investigation. Williams' family is holding a memorial for him tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on Horizon.
A Winter Garden man is facing a first-degree murder charge for the shooting death of an ATV rider at an apartment complex.
Today, we are hearing from the loved ones mourning the loss of 32-year-old Jakeem Williams. West 2's Justin Shecker live at the Bay Point Apartments in Winter Garden this afternoon. So, Justin, what did the police find when they got there to the scene?
Well, police say they recovered a gun near where they found the suspect sitting by the leasing office behind me. There's also surveillance video, according to investigators, showing the suspect, Ralph Hensel, lying in wait at a nearby building before the deadly shooting.
He loved riding his four-wheelers. It was his way of decompressing.
32-year-old Jakeem Williams was riding his ATV at the Bay Point Apartments Thursday afternoon when police say 57-year-old Ralph Hensel shot and killed him.
He was so well known. He was so loved. He was so loved. And everybody just kept saying he was innocent and did it for no reason.
Brianna Bermudez says she drove to the Winter Garden apartment complex after learning the father of their 3 children had been shot.
I seen the four-wheeler, and I just kept asking, like, where is he?
Since January 1st, Winter Garden police say they have been called 4 times to the apartment complex for complaints about ATV riders.
This is important right here, man. This is important right here.
And I just kept asking, like, where is he?
Since January 1st, Winter Garden police say they have been called 4 times to the apartment complex for complaints about ATV riders. State law prohibits operating ATVs on public roads. Neighbors say riders have been warned they were not allowed on the property.
I want to make clear the ongoing issue was not riding in the ATVs. The ongoing issue was the rent man harassing people for being there.
While investigators were back.
What? What? Hold on, what?
Riders. State law prohibits operating ATVs on public roads. Neighbors say riders have been warned they were not allowed on the property.
I want to make clear the ongoing issue was not riding in the ATVs. The ongoing issue was the rent man harassing people for being there.
While
Ma'am, the rent man. The rent man. Oh shit, man. Think about how pissed off that glider had to be to shoot one of these niggas, man. Shout out to my man Jim Sefton, man, from across the pond. Shout out to Tyreek, man. Tyreek in the building, man. The rent man, man. God dog. Yeah, the rent man.
their 3 children have been shot.
I seen the four-wheeler. And I just kept asking, like, where is he?
Since January 1st, Winter Garden police say they have been called 4 times to the apartment complex for complaints about ATV riders. State law prohibits operating ATVs on public roads. Neighbors say riders have been warned they were not allowed on the property.
I want to make clear the ongoing issue was not riding in the ATVs. The ongoing issue was the rent man harassing people for being there.
While investigators were back at the murder scene Friday afternoon looking for evidence, Hensel made his first appearance before a judge from the Orange County Jail. According to the arrest affidavit, witnesses told police they heard Hensel shouting at Williams before the sound of 2 gunshots. Police say they obtained surveillance video from the leasing office confirming that Hensel was the shooter. The detective writes, the suspect walked from the leasing office with his firearm, walked around a nearby building, lying in wait. He then shot Jakeem as he rode past.
Damn. Yeah, man. I get it. These guys are annoying. They're assholes, and they're assholes in the terms of this guy might have been a great the brother who was riding ATV. He could have been a great person, but ATV riders are assholes because they can't comprehend how loud that shit is. And then people got kids, and people just want to relax after a long day work, and you're going up and down the street on these ATVs, and that shit is loud as fuck. And then they staring all in everybody's car, acting like they hard and shit, because they're like 20, 30, 40, and even sometimes more than that deep. And they don't follow any of the laws of the road, any of the traffic laws. They run lights. They bogart their way. They're like a mob. So, like, that guy could have been the greatest fucking guy in the world, but ATV riders are notorious for being assholes when they're in packs like that. Press 1. But this guy you still can't lie and wait and kill him. You still can't lie and wait and kill him, and this guy's gonna go to jail for the rest of his life. This is first degree murder. He killed a black dude too. He's getting he definitely getting first degree. They may give him capital murder. He's definitely getting first degree murder. But this guy's going to prison for the rest of his life. You still can't lie and wait and kill him.
Writes, the suspect walked from the leasing office with his firearm, walked around a nearby building, lying in wait. He then shot Jakeem as he rode past.
He took the father of my 3 children with no remorse, walked off saying, "I shot him. He's gone." He did not care. You shot him not once, but twice in the back of the head.
Yeah, he's done.
Prosecutors are seeking pretrial detention in this case, and Hensel remains locked up in the jail with no bond. Now, police say Hensel identified himself as working for the leasing office, but several neighbors told me he no longer works here. There was no comment from the leasing office. Covering Orange County Live in Winter Garden, I'm Justin Schecker, WESH 2 News.
A major crackdown will be announced today aimed at keeping drivers safe. Law enforcement agencies, including Durham and Raleigh police, are joining forces to combat illegal ATV and dirt bike activity. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live from Durham to explain why this new effort is so important. Kelsey, good morning.
Renee, good morning. Law enforcement leaders from across the Triangle will come here to the Durham Police headquarters to announce Operation Dismount today. That's a crackdown on illegal dirt bike and ATV activity. Now, I want everyone to check out this video. People riding recklessly like this has been a problem for years. Riders have been seen weaving in and out of traffic, doing stunts. Back in June, video surfaced of dozens of riders performing dangerous stunts and running red lights on Durham Chapel Hill Boulevard as more than 200 riders swarmed an area. Durham Police Chief Patrice Andrews wrote in a statement that she has formed a multi-jurisdictional task force, and some of the law enforcement agencies that will be represented here today will be Raleigh Police, the Durham County Sheriff's Office, and North Carolina Central's Campus Police. A news conference will be held at 1:30. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Durham.
Wow.
Often you hear them before you see them. A call for help for an ATV crackdown. At least one Pennsylvania state lawmaker is now asking the state police for emergency assistance. He wants them to go after out-of-control illegal ATV riders in Philadelphia. He's also pushing for harsher penalties if their dirt bikes and vehicles are taken away. NBC 10's Aaron Baskerville explains.
Do you hear them roaring by?
Yes, we do all the time. And I'm in the back. I can hear all up front.
Lila Beckett and Mary Wallace live near 56th and Chestnut in West Philly. They say they see and hear illegal ATVs and dirt bikes flying by nearly every day.
A lot of times seniors sit out front. They can come over there and hit them and kill one of them sitting out there.
On Friday, they were out in force, driving around the city, causing headaches for some. State lawmaker Amin Brown is fed up. He's now calling on the state police for emergency assistance to deal with the issue. He believes it would help with officer shortages in Philadelphia.
They have jurisdiction on every state highway: Chestnut Street, Walnut Street, Market Street, 52nd Street, Benjamin Franklin Parkway, JFK, Broad Street. They have jurisdiction. But over the years, there's this invisible agreement where they just respect each other.
Brown tells NBC 10 he's already had conversations with state police and says they're willing to help. But Philadelphia police would have to reach out. According to the lawmaker, business owners are contacting him nonstop about solutions.
It's not nothing to hurt the community. It's not something to arrest black and brown people. No, it's to make...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, there you go right there. That's the problem. That's why they won't crack down on it. Okay.
To arrest black and brown people. No, it's to make our communities safe, clean.
A new bill is in the works, says Brown. It would allow investigators to keep confiscated ATVs and dirt bikes and go as far as to destroy them. We caught up with one rider who says he's not trying to get in trouble.
We just ride and have fun. You know what I'm saying? And they try to make it seem like we out here killing and we doing all this crazy stuff when there's people really dying and stuff. Like, we not doing nothing crazy. We just trying to ride.
We, of course.
Yeah, but a lot of y'all are killers too, man. Let's cut the crap, man. There's an overlap, man, between a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all are the same, population, the same, people that are doing the crime too. Now, some of y'all are just riders trying to have fun, but it's not fun for anybody but you. Your fun keeps people up at night. Your fun makes people scared to fucking drive because listen. These dudes when they out there, man, they don't play, okay? They don't play.
An 82-year-old man was attacked and beaten by a group of people riding dirt bikes.
An 82-year-old man. An 82-year-old man.
An 82-year-old man was attacked and beaten by a group of people riding dirt bikes and ATVs. He's in the hospital tonight with serious injuries. The Brookline man, though, is expected to survive. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Ana Ritis Rodriguez. Tonight, police are asking for the public's help in finding the suspects involved. Here's WBZ's Christina Rex.
The 82-year-old victim is still here at St. Elizabeth's Hospital in Brighton. State police say he has serious injuries, but is expected to fully recover. And now they need the public's help figuring out who the people are that attacked him.
A large group of motorcycles, dirt bikes, ATVs, quads.
Police are looking for these 30 to 40 people on ATVs, who they say viciously attacked an elderly man in his own car. This is the man's car immediately after the incident. Windows smashed and the car clearly beaten. Police say the 82-year-old was driving through Boston last Thursday, down Park Drive towards Sturrow Drive, when a group of people on ATVs forced him onto the curb and started smashing the windows of his car. The man was able to drive away onto Sturrow Drive, but the bikes followed. And when the man was briefly stopped in traffic, he rolled down his window to try and get help from a nearby driver. That's when police say the suspect started to beat him. One punch.
This is an 82-year-old man that they never laid eyes on before. Because one thing about them, when they're coming down the road, if you don't move out of the way, if you gotta be very attentive when they. I got caught in Southeast DC in one of their little mobs, right? And I didn't know what was going on till they were up on us. And it was like 200 bikes and ATVs just riding down the street on Martin Luther King Jr. It was on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. And like 200, literally 200 bikes. And at the last minute, I seen them coming up behind us. And I was like, all right, I pulled to the side. And they went through, but if other people that weren't as quick, they was cussing them out and moved like they like a mob, man. Yeah, they don't play that, man. If you don't move out of the way instantly, man, they'll fuck you up. And I don't care how tough you is, you ain't beating all them motherfuckers.
Stopped in traffic. He rolled down his window to try and get help from a nearby driver. That's when police say the suspect started to beat him. one punching him through the open window as others threw pipes and rocks through his car windows.
Be advised, I collapsed all over the road. Looks like multiple smashed windshields.
The victim managed to get away yet again and ended up here at this gas station all the way in Alston, where he got out of his car and collapsed before first responders arrived.
Yeah, I'm at the Speedway. I got a man down here.
And again, state police are asking for your help. If you were along that route at all on Thursday night and saw anything of what happened, they're asking you give them a call with information. In Brighton, Christina Rex, WBZ News.
The search for a group of bikers and ATV riders in Harlem after a road rage confrontation that cost a man his life. Good evening once again. I'm Maurice Dubois.
Welcome. I'm Cindy Hsu. Now police are looking for dozens of people who have been involved in the attack.
CBS 2's Natalie Dudridge spoke with the victim's grieving co-workers.
We called Arthur our gentle giant because he was 6'7", but he was so gentle and loving.
45-year-old Arthur Cook's colleagues are still trying to come to terms with what they call his senseless murder. On November 4th, video shows a group of around 30 ATVs and dirt bikes driving on East 125th Street near 5th Avenue, where Cook was driving his car with his girlfriend. Police say one of the riders struck Cook's passenger side mirror, so he pulled over and got out of the car to check the damage. One of the men pointed a gun at him while the rest surrounded and beat him, leaving.
I'm going to play what happened again. Here's what happened.
Dirt bikes driving on East 125th Street near 5th Avenue, where Cook was driving his car with his girlfriend. Police say one of the riders struck Cook's passenger side mirror, so he pulled over and got out of the car to check the damage. One of the men pointed a gun at him while the rest surrounded and beat him, leaving him clinging to life. Sources say the situation got even worse. After the attack, a homeless man not connected to the assault jumped in the victim's car and drove off.
I can't believe it.
This is a fucking jungle, man. This is Haiti right here, man. Not Harlem.
On November 4th, video shows a group of around 30 ATVs and dirt bikes driving on East 125th Street near 5th Avenue, where Cook was driving his car with his girlfriend. Police say one of the riders struck Cook's passenger side mirror, so he pulled over and got out of the car to check the damage. One of the men pointed a gun at him while the rest surrounded and beat him, leaving him clinging to life. Sources say the situation got even worse. After the attack, a homeless man not connected to the assault jumped in the victim's car and drove off.
I can't believe it. I don't know how this could happen to somebody who was so loved in the community.
Cook was rushed to the hospital with spinal injuries. His coworkers visited him the next day and thought he would pull through.
When I saw him, he was responsive. I told him, yo, Will, I'm here with you, my brother.
But this past Friday, he died of his injuries.
It broke my heart. All I think about is his son. He was a very loving father, very supportive.
Cook had a 6-year-old boy. He served the Harlem community working at Exodus, a program that helps formerly incarcerated men and women get back.
Yo, this is unbelievable. Wow. This is unbelievable. What's up? What's cracking, man?
Yo, I like the part about the unrelated homeless guy taking his shit. It's the most Blackistanian shit ever.
Yeah. This actually this story is literally littered with Blackistanian shit, man. He worked worked for a program that helped ex-offenders.
Yeah, of course, Yo, Ike, but is it fair to say that, before the violence, right? Everybody does that. The burritos, the gliders, they do the bike thing. You know what I mean? No?
Yeah.
Is that fair to say or not really?
Not like this. Put it like this. Y'all don't do it like this.
I mean, the violent part, obviously, like we always see here, some people take it like the extra step,
Yeah, in broad daylight too. Like this wasn't like under an overpass or in a field somewhere. This was Harlem, Manhattan. This is Manhattan.
Yeah. But seeing shit like this all the time here, man, this shit all the time, it just fucks my head up how people refuse to see it. You know what I mean? Like I could go anywhere else and they're gonna be like, what do you mean? Everybody commits crime kind of argument, And it just fucks my head up, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Year-old boy. He served the Harlem community working at Exodus, a program that helps formerly incarcerated men and women get back on their feet.
His passion was going to the courts and speaking to judges, speaking to district attorneys and lawyers to give participants a second opportunity in life.
Oh my God, Wiki. Oh,
You're
God.
standing his shit through and through.
God, dog. Yo, man, this is. Yo. I mean, the way he went out too, like it wasn't like some man just shot him. I mean, like 30 of them just beat him to death.
Beat him to death. You know, the way she put it too, I let them hang in. I forget how she worded it, but the way that she worded how they attacked him, it was just horrendous, dude.
Yeah. And this guy's 6'7", so he's a big man.
He's 6'7"?
Yeah. I mean, golly, man.
Cook had a 6-year-old boy. He served the Harlem community working at Exodus, a program that helps formerly incarcerated men and women get back on their feet.
His passion was going to the courts and speaking to judges, speaking to district attorneys and lawyers to give participants a second opportunity in life, as Exodus gave to him.
The center recently recognized him as a standout employee who came through the program himself.
Yeah, I just want justice for him.
Friends are now hoping with the public's help, police will track down all of the people involved. In Harlem, Natalie Duddridge, CBS 2 News.
But you know what? The thing too that's crazy, Chief, is all those Sunmen that beat him, they're like typical Sunmen. You know, some of them are like personable, some are not. Some are, you know, got game, some are awkward. You know, they're just typical brothers.
Yeah, it's not a bunch of fire-breathing dragons. Yeah, it's just regular Joe Blow, man. I could have been there, man. Joe Blows, man. Yeah, man, for real though, man.
I mean, to kill this guy, you know, it's like, was that necessary, man? You know, I don't think so.
Police are still searching tonight for the dozens of dirt bike and ATV riders who blasted through D.C. and Prince George's County. Here they are. It happened over the weekend. They rode on sidewalks, rolled right through red lights. But Bruce Lashan reports some people don't seem to mind.
Maybe 60 or 70 of the riders roared down the sidewalk at National Harbor, past astonished pedestrians. They rolled up 8th Street Northwest, popping wheelies and darting around cars in their unlicensed and uninsured off-road.
And remember, if they hit you, they're gonna kick your ass because you're in the way. That's their philosophy, right, Wicked?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Like
It just,
if they hit you, you get your ass kicked.
right. It's on you, man. It just, again, it's just sickening, bro. How we're supposed to act like they're not doing this everywhere, you know?
Yeah, yeah. What's up, Mark? Okay, he muted.
Vehicles. Police are furious, warning they could have killed someone. But this guy, riding a legal street bike, says the cops should leave them alone.
I don't see a problem with it. For the most part, it's different guys from different
There it
neighborhoods
is.
coming together. Normally these neighborhoods they would have a lot of violence against each other.
The excuse is always, at least we're not killing each other. That's the same excuse the other guy from whatever city that was he gave. At least we're not killing each other.
The funny part is that they are.
Yeah, it's true. But at least we're not like a lot. At least it took what, 30 guys to beat that one guy? Imagine if those 30 guys each killed somebody.
Yeah, damn. You know, I think it goes back to like the relativity, right? You know, what's acceptable for like some people, for gliders. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what they mean, like you just said, for example.
Yeah,
It's all relative.
yeah, exactly. It's all relative, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Take the $7 challenge. We need some people to take the $7 pledge, man, to keep the show going, man. Take the $7 pledge, man.
Riders have been taking to the streets every summer for years. They are heroes to some.
It's just young people trying to have fun, not really out to hurt anybody or to do any harm to the community.
Mammies. Goddamn mammies.
Out to hurt anybody or to do any harm to the community.
I mean, kids are going to be kids, right? They deserve the opportunity to enjoy their summer. That's what we're all trying.
Kids? Man, these are not kids. These motherfuckers are in their fucking 30s and 20s.
Yeah, relativity again, right? Relativity again,
that's
right?
That's true.
They are heroes to some.
It's just young people trying to have fun, not really out to hurt anybody or to do any harm to the community.
I mean, kids are going to be kids, right? They deserve the opportunity to enjoy their summer. That's what we're all trying to do.
But Abdul Rahman Ibrahim, a dad walking up H Street with his 2 children, sees the ATV antics very different. Not safe.
Yeah, not safe.
Not safe.
Should be stopped.
Should be stopped. Police should arrest him.
Yep.
Tether. Goddamn tether. Get this tether out of here, man.
Yep.
And Ibrahim is far from alone.
I think it's really dangerous because the streets are really crowded already.
I don't think that they should be on the streets. That's why they're ATVs.
In the last month alone, at least a half dozen people around the country have been killed riding ATVs. In both D.C. and Philadelphia, innocent bystanders have been hit. And police fear this kind of behavior.
Poor white woman. She can't really say nothing. She just got to take it on the chin. God damn it. Ugh.
Been hit. And police fear this kind of behavior will only end with more people hurt. In D.C., Bruce Leshan, WUSA.
You know, it almost breaks your heart, you know?
Yeah, man. It's there's really little you can do. Very little you can do.
We got some dramatic images out of South Boston tonight showing the moments a man was violently assaulted in the middle of the street. Investigators say they're now looking for that group of riders seen in that video kicking a man and running him over. WBZ's Christina Rex has more on the public plea for help from police.
The apparent attack happened in this area of Dorchester Street in South Boston, and the whole thing was caught on video from an apartment window nearby.
It's just a bizarre world. 2020 is totally insane.
Take a look at this video. It captures the moment police say a group of young men on dirt bikes and four-wheelers attacked a man in the street Monday night.
I don't know, it was crazy. There was like 30 dirt bikes, it sounded like, and they were just passing by a bunch of cars, kind of being reckless.
You can see the man run into the street, then fall. A group of at least 8 people on bikes and ATVs then turn around and approach him, running their bikes over his arms and legs, then even kicking him in the head before driving away. Neighbors were shocked by that video.
That's pretty scary because, I mean, I'm walking these streets all the time with my dog, so to see them do something like that is definitely pretty crazy.
The assault was frightening, they say, but the sight and sound of the ATVs on a public street is actually familiar.
I have seen them drive by before, yeah. I've also seen them, I think, on Newberry Street as well.
The victim was taken to the hospital, but is expected to be okay. Police are now asking for the public's help, and people in this area are disappointed by the behavior captured in that clip.
People just don't care anymore. At one time, people cared about other people, and that seems not to happen anymore. Society is crazy.
And Boston police say no piece of information is too small.
The site of a vicious road rage attack. Look at this video, obtained exclusively by station WLNE in Providence. A woman pulled from her car, beaten in the middle of the street. Tonight,
Shout out to Osa the healer, man. A woman pulled from her car.
You know what's funny?
Road rage.
And Jersey, we just let them go. Like, we don't even chase at them. They just run rapid.
Yeah, that's how it is in DC too. It's just like you. It's just known. Yeah, they just do whatever the fuck they want.
The site of a vicious road rage attack. Look at this video, obtained exclusively by station WLNE in Providence. A woman pulled from her car, beaten in the middle of the street. Tonight, we do know one of those attackers is under arrest. NewsNation's Brittany Schaefer from our Providence station WPRI was at that suspect's arraignment today. So, Brittany, what happened in court?
Well, good evening, Nicole. According to court documents, the victim called 911 yelling for police to hurry up. Today, Cheyenne Beauvais was arraigned in connection to the incident. Police say she's the first suspect of many. Now, take a look at the court video. The 24-year-old earlier today showing little emotion behind her mask as she faces charges of simple assault and disorderly conduct. Police allege she was among a group of around 10 ATV and dirt bike riders who pulled a 35-year-old woman out of her vehicle and beat her on Valley Street. According to...
Is that a glider? Hanging with the wrong... Is that a glider?
Glider's going glide, man.
Yeah, man. She hanging with the Soul Brothers, man. That's why your parents told you stay away from them, man.
Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely... That's definitely a glider. Yeah, they kind of chill out there with the Suns over there.
Yeah. It's a lot of like mixture, like mulattoes and whatnot.
Of around 10 ATV and dirt bike riders who pulled a 35-year-old woman out of her vehicle and beat her on Valley Street. According to prosecutors, this happened around 11 p.m. when the victim honked her horn at the group when they blocked an intersection through 2 cycles of traffic.
Yeah, you don't honk your horn at them. That was stupid, man. Like, that's stupid, man. You don't honk your horn at them. Nah, you don't do that. Because that was stupid. I would say that was stupid on her part. Just let them go. Let them get out of your life. Let them go on where they're going and get out of your life. You honk your horn, now they stopping and they turning around like when they were just going. I know they were assholes and they were rude, but they were leaving your life. Press 1.
Traffic lights. According to police, several honked her horn at the group when they blocked an intersection through 2 cycles of traffic lights. According to police, several suspects opened the victim's driver's side door and dragged her onto the street. They then kicked and punched her while her 8-year-old child and a puppy were in the car. Now, Beauvais is a probation violator, so therefore she is being held without bail. She is due back in court.
Wow. I don't think we can top that. I don't think we can top that one, man. Jeez. My God. Oh, they're closing down the migrant hotel?
The Roosevelt Hotel Migrant Intake Center is closing down. In a statement released this morning, the city says the center is no longer needed as the number of migrants entering the city has dropped drastically. Fox 5 New York's Briella Tomasetti has the story.
Wow, that's crazy. This is a campaign ad for Trump right here, man.
The Roosevelt Hotel Migrant Intake Center is closing down. In a statement released this morning, the city says the center is no longer needed as the number of migrants entering the city has dropped drastically. Fox 5 New York's Briella Tomasetti has the story.
The Roosevelt Hotel, which served as both our asylum arrival center and the humanitarian emergency response and relief center for nearly 2 years, will be closing.
Mayor Adams announced the news in a nearly 2-minute-long video released by City Hall. He says the Roosevelt Hotel will close its doors in the coming months, marking a significant milestone in the city's migrant crisis. The Midtown Manhattan Hotel was transformed into a migrant arrival center in May of 2023 and has since processed tens of thousands of migrants each day. But the mayor says that number has now dwindled down to the hundreds.
With the city receiving an average of 4,000 arrivals each week. Now, thanks to our policies, we're down to an average of just 350 new arrivals each week.
The site provided a variety of supportive services, including legal assistance and medical care. For instance, migrants who wanted to connect with family or friends elsewhere were given bus tickets out of the state. Those in need of shelter were assigned to a site and given instructions on how to apply for asylum.
Our administration has skillfully managed this crisis, which has seen over 232,000 migrants enter our city asking for shelter.
According to City Hall, there are currently fewer than 45,000 migrants in the city's care, down from a high of 69,000 in January of 2024. More than 84% of eligible adults in the city's care have applied for work authorization, allowing for the city to close all tent-based shelters by the end of this summer. Several other large sites housing more than 1,000 migrants will also close within that time frame.
We're closing 53 sites within a span of a year.
While City Hall refrained from saying how much it costs to keep the Roosevelt Hotel running, Adams was a major critic of the Biden administration's migrant response and repeatedly called on the federal government for more money. Meanwhile, city attorneys filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration on Friday after FEMA revoked more than $80 million in migrant funding, citing concerns over illegal activities at a hotel. The suit argues that the funds were previously approved and then paid out by FEMA, only to be removed from a city bank account on February 11th without notice.
Now the details at 5:30 about details of 3 rival groups accused of wreaking havoc around the city, especially in South Philadelphia. The district attorney's office says the crimes included innocent children being shot, carjackings, and 1 homicide. A large number of the shootings, according to
We did that. Wow. Salute to Mark Ishmael, man. Shout out to Mark Ishmael. Wow. Wow.
Nanabawa grabbed his phone and hit record when he heard sirens and shouts coming from Georgia Avenue Tuesday night.
The cops, kind of surrounding the cruiser. I was like, get out, whatever. So he got out and I saw him kind of confused or whatever. And then all he did was run over and with his back facing them.
This cell phone video captures part of the interaction. It shows the man is shirtless.
Wow.
Cell phone video captures part of the interaction. It shows the man is shirtless and wearing a ski mask as he begins to run up the street.
As the man ran out of the last frame of that video, police say he continued up the street with a knife in his hand, and he ran into the parking lot of this laundromat where he attempted to carjack a woman. He actually opened her driver's side door, according to police. That's when police say they ordered him to drop the knife, and when he did not, they opened fire.
Hot
Just minutes before, police say the same man rammed this white sedan into the side of a D.C. police cruiser on Georgia Avenue near Morton Street.
After the collision, the suspect got out of his vehicle, produced a knife, and reached into the officer's cruiser through the open window and demanded the officer's service weapon while swinging the knife towards the officer. The officer retreated to the passenger seat of the cruiser and gave loud verbal commands for the suspect to get back. The suspect continued to swing the knife towards the officer, and the officer discharged his service weapon.
From his perspective, Nanabawa wonders if the police should have done more to de-escalate the situation.
What?
Oh my God.
This can't be real, right?
I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Who said that? The guy who videotaped it. This guy right here. He's the one who videotaped it.
You gotta be kidding me, yo. Like, can't live around these people, man.
Nanabawa grabbed his phone and hit record when he heard sirens and shouts coming from Georgia Avenue Tuesday night.
The cops, kind of surrounding the cruiser. I was like, get out, get out, get out, whatever. So he got out, and I saw him kind of confused or whatever. And then all he did was run over and with his back facing them.
This cell phone video captures part of the interaction. It shows the man is shirtless and wearing a ski mask as he begins to run up the street.
As the man ran out of the last frame of that video, police say he continued up the street with a knife in his hand, and he ran into the parking lot of this laundromat where he attempted to carjack a woman. He actually opened her driver's side door, according to police. That's when police say they ordered him to drop the knife, and when he did not, they opened fire.
Just minutes before, police said the same man rammed this white sedan into the side of a D.C. police cruiser on Georgia Avenue near Morton Street.
After the collision, the suspect got out of his vehicle, produced a knife, and reached into the officer's cruiser through the open window and demanded the officer's service weapon while swinging the knife towards the officer. The officer retreated to the passenger seat of the cruiser and gave loud verbal commands for the suspect to get back. The suspect continued to swing the knife towards the officer, and the officer discharged his service weapon.
From his perspective, Nanabawa wonders if the police should have done more to de-escalate the situation before the fatal shots were fired.
I know what he did wasn't right, but I felt like it was a better way it could have been solved than what I saw.
Forrest Hayward was standing outside his shop when he saw the man coming across the street. He says he appeared to be wounded.
I mean, in all honesty, I believe the officers were doing the best they could to protect the public because of the incident that took place, because he did hit a cop car and then he was coming across the street. And as you see, it's a lot of people out here during the day.
D.C. police say there is no apparent connection to a police shooting that took place a couple of hours earlier near Georgia Avenue and Quebec Place. That's where police say an officer saw two men firing weapons and opened fire, but no one was hit. In the district, Paul Wagner, News 4.
Damn. Shout out to Abe the Hunter, man. He says, great time to do your show, bro. Yeah, man. Salute to you, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. Salute. Yeah, man, these people are just, it's unbelievable, man. You really can't they leave you speechless, man. They leave you speechless, They just leave you speechless. You want to come up with something profound to say, and you can't really. Can't really think of anything profound. Just leave you speechless.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop and come right back up. My mic's acting up.
Oh, okay. Wait. I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit is just wow. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Every day you think you can make it up, but you can't make this up.
Yeah. No,
The best thing
you
I
know.
ever did was my son. I wish I had this. I already had it, but my son is so aware of things now. He said he thinks this show every day.
Oh, he watches. Is your son watching right now?
No, he's at home. You know, me and the BM got problems right now. That's a different story.
Oh, but he watches regularly.
Yeah, whenever he's with me on my day. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's awesome, man.
I had him watch since he was 12, 13, 14. Yeah, now he's 14.
Wow.
He laughed at the fact that you had his back when he pissed in the sink. I still said that shit was dumb as hell.
Wow. Salute to him, man. Shout out to Abe the Hunter, man. Salute to Ali. No, shout out to Gladden Mudshark, man. Gladden Mudshark in the building says, Ape. What do these emojis say? Ape, Harambe. I can't see the other emoji. Let me see. If I can see that. If I can. Okay. Ape, I don't know. Nails, us. What's the last one? A monkey. Shout out to Glide Mudshark, man. You gonna have to translate that one for us, Glide Mudshark. Salute to Alio. Alio in the building. Alio.
I think she was trying to say, no solution.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it means. Yeah.
Arguing it. Towson University's debate team wins, claiming an historic win. They are the first all-Black women's team to win the Cross-Examination Debate Association's national championship. This morning, we have two of the team members here. We have Amina Ruffin and Corey Johnson, both here to talk about the major victory. Ladies.
So they won the debate contest, man. That's crazy. That's amazing, man. HBCU won the national debate contest. That's awesome, man. Press 1.
Arguing it. Towson University's debate team wins, claiming an historic win. They are the first all-Black women's team to win the Cross-Examination Debate Association's national championship. This morning, we have two of the team members here. We have Amina Ruffin and Corey Johnson, both here to talk about the major victory. Ladies, way to go. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You've made so many people proud in this area. Now we want to pick your brain a little bit as we admire your huge trophy, by the way. That's ridiculous. But I'm going to ask you first. We'll start with you, Amina. What was the topic, first of all?
The topic was restricting presidential war powers authority.
They say the nigga's always already queer. That's exactly the point. It means that the impact is not, that is an impact turn to the affirmative. That it is a case turn to the affirmative because we are saying that queer bodies are not able to survive. That it necessarily means that the body of the nigga is not able to survive.
We got the topic in about July.
Man, you can't make this shit up.
Yo,
this shit writes itself. Yeah, wow. But you know what though, Ak? With DI out the window, there goes my dreams to become a doctor. You know,
I'm telling you,
considering a career change.
Jeez.
I thought she was doing a great job personally. You know, very articulate.
Yo, not only should she not have won a national debate contest, she shouldn't have won a fucking open mic night at the fucking local fucking lounge and shit.
On the Tuesday?
Yeah, on a Tuesday open mic night. This is crazy. What the? Yeah.
No speakeasy night. No speakeasy night.
Right. This is embarrassing. Like, how can you take pride in this, man?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
I would love to see the judges and them explain themselves.
They could be. It could be 4 white women. It could have been white men. And if they was woke, it didn't have to be black judges. It could have been white judges, and they just woke as a motherfucker.
That's ridiculous. But I'm going to ask you first. We'll start with you, Amina. What was the topic, first of all?
The topic was restricting presidential war powers authority.
They say the nigga's always already queer. That's exactly the point. It means that the impact is not, that is an impact turn to the that it is the case turn to the affirmative, because we are saying that queer bodies are not able to survive. That it necessarily means that the body of the nigga is not able to survive.
We got the topic in about July, and we started doing our research then.
When the nigga sees these pains and suffering, that he can only envision himself, that he does not see another nigga that he can feel sympathy for or embrace, but rather that otherness gets obliterated.
We've been
They in there dropping the N-word and shit.
This is gotta be a skit.
This is not a skit, man. This is real, man. This is literally a debate kind. They done dropped the N-word just in the little snippets we seen like 10 times. Imagine how many times they said that shit the whole time. They bullied the white people. Them white people probably was like, "Oh, isn't this their culture? Isn't that a term of endearment?" Okay, white people, the judges was white. I guarantee you they was white and they was confused. They didn't know whether if we don't like this is they've taken the power out of the word, right? Like it's so many things going through these white judges' minds. They just like, fuck it, just let them win.
Yeah, maybe they need that. Remember that one glider that wrote on the Ebonics book? Maybe they need to read that book to get a better grasp on what's going on.
Yeah, man. They overpowered them with blackness, man.
Supplementing our research throughout the season.
Man, focusing out there, disfigured, lynch, and trauma enough. The inside the trauma representation that turns into the black child devouring and identifying with the stories and images the white culture brought up to think and act subjectively like a white man, the black man.
So where do you go from there? When you start preparing for a national competition, once you know the topic, what's next?
Well, you do a lot of research.
The way
arguing it, Towson University's debate team wins, claiming an historic win. They are the first all-black.
But here's the thing: that ship has sailed. So at least there you have that.
Yeah. Yo, what if the judges are fucking with us? What if they know that this is like they're like low key trying to hold back their laughter?
Yeah. No doubt.
There will be some shit right there.
Look at this, man. It's been a bad week for black moms, man.
You're okay. Did you call 911? You can call 911. Dominic, I got a blanket in the back of the car. Yeah, Dominic, right here. I got a blanket in the car. You're okay. Oh man.
She was at the club.
Of course. It's almost like you don't even gotta say that, It goes without saying.
Right. Of course. And you probably see her on social media pages. She probably fine as she probably got, the wig and the fucking clothes and all that shit, the makeup.
Yeah. The eyelashes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Look, she probably was working on another one this very night. She probably got another one on the way after last night.
Wow. And this is my thing about abortion. Like, everybody say abortion is a bad thing, right? I kind of look at that the same way like I do constitutional carry. You gotta, blacks can't live in places with constitutional carry, and blacks can't live in places where there are no abortion clinics. You have to give these women the opportunity to abort their babies. If we haven't seen that this last week with the woman in Detroit who 2 kids froze to death in the van, the woman in Pontiac where the kids were living in squalor in the home for 4 years, the woman in Indianapolis who her kid died in the squalor too. Like, these women, they need those. If you
Listen,
I'm not.
I'm pro-abortion now. Fuck that. After I've
Wait,
seen the mess these women have done.
wait, hold on, Mark. So when were you not pro-abortion? Like, what? When was it, and why did you change?
I mean, I was a little bit like like against it, cause I'm like, I even like I said, I don't like my son's mother, but when she had it, I was like, yo, we keep it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I like me and Hot Black have said. Simply put, our society is already buckling under the current situation we have going on. Can you imagine if there was no abortion for? And I'm sorry, for these sisters. Can you imagine that?
Nah, you're right. You're 100% right. It would be way worse out here, man. Way worse because they're aborting. They have more abortions than live births in some cities. So like they're like, and then you look at what their kids are doing, the ones that are alive. But then you think about like, damn, like still, like I'm glad I was given a chance at life. And so there's always that, like, yo, man, you don't want to deny nobody an opportunity at life. Ah, it's such a tough decision, man. It's tough to touch, but here's the thing: it's not outlawed. It's only outlawed in certain states, and you can get your ass and go to the next state and get it. I'm glad they didn't outlaw it. I'm glad, even though they're trying to act like Trump got rid of it, he didn't get rid of it. He just put it in the state's hands. I think having the option for that is good, but I'm talking about as far as like it just being like birth control, like there is a moral dilemma there, but then when you think about it from the fact of like, yo, these people they're not good stewards, man, and you have to weigh the pros and the cons. Go ahead.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be real with you. If Trump were to outright ban abortion act, I would have to reconsider my support for Kamala, bro.
But
how do you want to get fucked, right? You want the borders to be completely wide open, or do you want no abortions?
Wow.
You're okay.
Shout out to Abe the Hunter. He says, "You ain't no host, Jay Reed." I guess he be Joy Reed. Yeah, those two chicks in the debate, man. Future Joy Reeds said the judges was like, you got it. Yeah, I mean, listen, if I'm that judge, man, hold it down. I gotta take this one.
You gotta understand, Mark.
I mean, there's a reason, but there's a reason why you got three. I think you got three kids, right, Wick? So I understand.
Yeah, look, and Mark, it doesn't give me joy to say what I'm saying, right? Obviously, it doesn't make me feel good, but it's just the sad of reality. You know what I mean? Where our society is already buckling, Mark. Is that fair to say? Or it was? I don't know.
Nah, it's safe to say. It's safe to say.
I mean, I can't even begin to imagine what that would look like, dude. Can you imagine it? It would be Mad Max. At least Mad Max. If not worse.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, like, but for 1 second, just imagine it, though. How unsustainable it will be. We will have to become some kind of like dystopia where like zero tolerance. You know what I'm saying? That would force society, it will force the gliders to have to do a no tolerance on anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's too much strength for gliders. Too much.
It would be too much. Like I would like to think that would be for the gliders, like the line in the sand or whatever, because again, seriously speaking, if you were to just imagine it, even and everybody that goes for every group, right? Every demographic, right? You know, if the undesirables are having undesirable children, right? I just can't see it being sustained, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
But I mean, look, I'm not opposed to like people could change arguments. I'm not gonna argue against it. I'm not gonna go all in on that hill. But let's not kid ourselves either. You know? There is limits to that one as well. I mean, if you have 30 guys that are willing to pummel a dude and beat him to death for nothing, you know, something needs to be done about that.
Yeah. 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 It's been a bad. I didn't think this was real. Like when that girl said she left her kids to support her girlfriend for liposuction, I could not believe it. I thought the Puerto Rican girl, the story was even. Remember when the Puerto Rican girl did it?
What did she do?
So I thought that was wild. So it's pretty bad, man. Puerto Rican girl left to go on vacation. I put it in the back.
Yeah.
That shit was wild.
It was crazy. Yeah, I forget the details, but that one was crazy. For example, like she's somebody that we could. I don't know. I mean, it's not realistic what I would do with her, you know, but it's not gonna happen, so it doesn't even matter. But I think she got cooked. If I'm not mistaken, they cooked her ass, right?
Hell yeah, they cooked her for that.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be out anytime soon, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, but you know, I didn't know Ak was on this early, right? And then I just hit the link, and afterwards I was wondering why is Ak talking about the bikes. Then I saw a headline about a glider. Did you hear about that? I didn't hear about that. A glider killed a motorcyclist.
Yeah, it was today. Yeah, today. He talked about it earlier when I was in class.
What happened?
No, like the motorcycle people. Like this guy. You know how the motorcycle people be riding their bikes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically was saying, you know, the guy was like, listen to the cops. You got to stop these guys from riding their bikes, or I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
He shot one of the guys.
Damn. What was this at? You know?
I can't remember the city. Part of my the background.
No. Yeah, I wonder where that was at, and who was the glider? Because that's kind of a.
I think it was DC. I think it's DC. I can't remember. I think it was DC. I do.
Oh, he's cooked if it's DC, right?
I gotta look at the playback. I think it's DC though.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but again, say he did do that, right? That glider did some like, you know, extreme shit like that, right? Fine. That's a drop in the bucket, if it's even a drop in the bucket, compared to like all the sun crimes, you know? Now, I'm not excusing that glider at all. Fuck no. But it's a drop in the bucket, dude. You know?
I think that glider did a good job for the cops.
I mean, I don't know the details. I don't know. I could imagine that the people that he shot at were, you know, doing a lot. You know, they were asking for it. But I couldn't tell you either way. One way or the other. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, when you get a chance, look at the playback.
He also said it was in Florida. Oh, he might be good. Florida, I don't know. He might beat it, you know? Maybe he felt threatened, you know? He was standing his ground, right?
Nah, I don't think I'll beat this one.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
You talking about the story earlier?
Oh, okay. Yeah, shout out to Abe the Hunter. Okay, he said that was a In Too Deep reference. Yeah, that was a good movie. That was LL Cool J deserved an Oscar for that one. Shout out to In Too Deep.
That's the best movie.
Yeah, that's definitely LL Cool J's best movie. Yep. Facts. Yeah. So yeah, this is just she was at the club. She was at the club. Let's go to Spirit Airlines, man. Spirit Airlines, man.
You could keep making fun of Spirit, but they haven't crashed the plane.
And that's all that matters. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Go suck another dirty dick. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Do not play with me because I'm not the one nor the two. You're not the one or the two. Let's go. You ain't got shit done. You ain't gonna do nothing. Name my ticket. Speaking on me for nothing. Like I said, keep my fucking name out your mouth, bitch. Keep my name out your mouth, mine is always in yours for some reason. No, some reason. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here before I slap the shit out of you. You're not gonna smack shit. Try me. You think you're fucking up? I'm not trying me. Try me, Tinky. I be done drop kick your ass. Fuck out of here, you dirty bitch. Yes, you are. Fuck out of here. You and your raggedy ass fucking bitch. Fuck out of here. Go suck a dick. Like I said what I said. And I said what I said. Please step to me like you want it. Go suck another dirty dick. I'm not one of the two, bitch. You tried me 2 times. I want you to do it a third.
Yo, hey man, Big Mama
Go
holding
suck
it
another
down.
dirty.
Big Mama holding it down. She keeping shit in order over there, man. Oh, cheerleader, man. What could happen here, man? There's nothing bad can happen here at the cheerleading event, right? nothing bad can happen here, man.
This is a cheerleading species.
Yeah, man, that's embarrassing, man. That should be embarrassing, man. Like it never stops, man. The embarrassment never stops, man. That little cute little guy there, man. Look at that little cute little thing, man. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus. Okay, that's the fight that oh God.
Hey, we're about to surprise somebody. I'll tell y'all why after. Hello? Hi, Diane. Hi. You remember me, Diane?
Yes, you think so, honey. Right now, I don't know. I probably do.
Diane, so this morning I gave you an Uber ride to work. Oh, yes. And we had a conversation earlier.
Yes, we did.
And you said that you was waiting for Christmas so that you can get house shoes and some other stuff, right? All right, so you don't gotta wait till Christmas. Okay, so I bought you a dress.
Oh my God.
Here's the dress. Because you said you needed something to wear to church. Those are probably the people behind me. But that's your dress, so you can wear it to church.
Oh, you're so sweet.
If you don't like it, the gift receipt is in there. It's from Old Navy. And then here's a $50 Visa gift card. So you can take that and get your house shoes and your robe when it's time, okay?
Thank you so much. This has been such a horrible day. You just made my day this.
You're very
See, I'm fair and balanced out this bitch. I ain't no one-sided, man. I'm fair and balanced. Press 1, man. I'm fair and balanced, man. I show the whole picture, man. fair and balanced, man. Where all my sisters at, man? Y'all sisters better press one, man. See, all y'all ain't no good, man. Just most of y'all. Just most of y'all, man. Shout out to her though, man. That was nice, man. That was very nice for that young lady, man, to do that. Very nice.
It's funny, you know how sons do. So they're posting about a kid in my state, West Orange, New Jersey, who scored a perfect score. And you know,
Is that Ethiopian kid?
Yeah, but see, they don't want to. You know, they're gonna count it. You know how sons do. They're gonna count it. He's from
Hold on,
He's
I think I
originally
got
from Manhattan, but that's a good school though. He goes to West Orange. That is a good school. So that's the good orange out of the oranges, and you know
East
that's a good
Orange is the
spot.
bad orange, right? East Orange is
Yeah,
where the
East
niggas
Orange is the bad one. Yeah,
at. Not the bad one. East Orange is where the niggas at, right?
pretty much. Orange is actually mixed, but the gliders that live there don't send their kids to Orange. So it's one of those dilemmas. Gliders will say, "We'll live with y'all, but we ain't sending our kids with y'all."
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Never do that.
Yeah.
Never. Every kid that I know, that and I've done stories over throughout the years that got a 1600 as a black kid or got accepted to all the Ivy League schools. You know, when they get the 8 Ivy League schools and they get accepted to all of them. That's has been an African kid. Every last one of them.
Yes.
None of them have been African American. None of them.
Agreed.
It's crazy.
That's why.
It's so
that's why the school I went to, Columbia High School, the ones that pull up the score is gliders and Africans.
Yeah, it's so crazy, man, because this one right here is crazy. This dude knocked up the mom and the daughter.
Yeah, I didn't think that was real, but that shit is real.
So much has changed actually since our last interview. I don't know if you could tell, but
Things has changed.
yeah, we're welcoming Nick's children. She's going to be having Nick Jr. Oh, honey. And I'm going to be having Nicole. We're very excited to welcome 2 new members of the family, and having a baby alongside my mom is the most exciting and beautiful thing. I could have never expected it. The marriage we have, I don't think any of us have ever been happier. So much has changed actually since our last interview. I don't know if you could tell, but
Things has changed.
yeah, we're welcoming Nick's children.
You don't think it's real,
She's
right?
going to be having Nick
Oh,
Jr.
yeah, this is real.
Oh, honey. And I'm
This
going
is
to be having
disturbing.
Nicole.
How does
White
gliders
women?
feel about this? How does gliders feel about this? Like glider men, like it's got to be an embarrassment to them.
I mean, it just listen. White women have been like doing stuff for a long time, man. That's just been like that, man. Wow.
No wonder fish hate these bitches.
Wow.
We're very excited to welcome 2 new members of the family, and having a baby alongside my mom is the most exciting and beautiful thing. I could have never expected it. The marriage we have, I don't.
That nigga ain't even a ball player, is he? Salute.
We're looking at
Nah,
2 future single mothers.
He's one of those influencers.
Oh, okay. Shout out to him, man. Shit,
What
man,
do you think, Mark? Single mothers or what?
Nah, I think he'll take care of them.
Stop it, you tweaking. Why you say that?
I mean, he's got the money.
So
He's got the money.
So what? What does that mean?
That's true, but it looks like he's really into them.
This is Roma Dunze.
He's taking
yeah, he
it.
looked like. Hold on, damn. Why can't I stop the sound? Okay,
He looks like
he
he's
looked like
really
what?
into them. He really into them.
Stop it. You tweaking, bro.
Sometimes you gotta take a gamble. You know, I'm gonna be into them.
Oh, you playing the odds. I feel you.
Definitely playing the odds. Next stop, I need more Peruvians.
Hey, man, can't have enough.
I'm hooked now.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy, man. Whew. I don't know. Oh, this is a hack the potty train. Let me save this. Shit, fuck that. I'm gonna watch that later. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Wow.
I mean, even considering how much Glider Queens go with the brothers, and we still got to hear about this whole racism is everywhere thing. It's just like, what?
Of course. You know, and the sisters hate it, and the sisters see it. But I gotta give credit. Glider men are 1 and 2. They scooping the sisters, man.
But the gliders be going after the Tigers, X, Y, and Z
Oh
too.
no,
You
of
know,
course, yeah. Glider's always gonna go for Tigers,
it just feel
some of
like
the big booty Latinos.
it just feels like the Tiger Man and the sisters are man now. You know, maybe they could get together.
Yeah, they do get together a lot. They say they got the lowest divorce rate. Tiger, Glider men, and
Wow.
and Black and Sun Sisters.
Huh,
Shout
I
out
wonder
to
what's
Abe
up
the
with that.
Hunter. Yeah, I don't know, but
No, I did.
it's
I've
It,
seen
it,
it
good.
before. I've seen a Korean dude. He had a fine sister.
it's gotta be.
It
It's
happens,
gotta be.
man. Rare, but it happens.
It's gotta be the testosterone. You know, offset. You know, they got low testosterone. The sisters got a little bit higher. Maybe it balances. You know.
Yeah, something doing it. Shout out to Abe the Hunter. He says every time I think of a Spirit Airlines, I imagine Snoop as the pilot. Ouch. Soul Plane. Salute to Abe the Hunter. He says, pause. He was like, I got enough wood to go around. Yeah, man. I listen. You glider, man. I know 4chan. If that post is on 4chan,
Damn.
could you imagine the chat on 4chan for that post? Golly,
Big
man.
man. Big man.
Oh my god, man.
You know, somebody was making the argument earlier that the reason that glider, cops and glider society oppresses the brothers is because the glider queen's attraction to the brothers. And my thing about
Yeah.
that is, what about the crime? What about the relentless wave of crime, violent crime
They
again?
don't think about that. They think of a heated moment. It's heated passion.
Yeah.
See, I think it was a typical argument as far as like the brothers thinking with their dick,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's crazy, man. It is crazy. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Let's wrap this up and we come back tonight, man. Come back tonight, man. Come back around tonight, man. Salute to everybody that supported the channel, man. We're gonna come back tonight, man. Any final words, man?
Yeah, I think that video with the two glider queens is and the Sunman is just another example of DNA manifesting itself.
Yeah. And that DNA is definitely about to manifest. All right. Get in the comment section, hit the like button. Peace. Out of here. Subscribe.